Are you looking for the answer to your question? This movie might have it. Hello guys, thank you for clicking the video. Now that you're here, we hope you're ready cause for a few minutes ahead, you will be with us through a talk about one of the best Indonesian horror movies that has been getting our attention for almost the whole year. It is the end of the year soon in just about a month, right? So we would like to take you back to the moment where Siksa Kubur by the iconic Joko Anwar was trending everywhere in 2024. So stay tuned with me, Azka Nursyaban,
And me, Dede Dalpa, Khoerun Nisa.
and our other friend Tasya Aulia Putri, who sadly can't make it here today with us, but she will be joining us shortly. So, Siksa Kubur is a movie by Joko Anwar. It was released in April the 11th, 2024. This movie instantly became the talk of every horror fans all over the country. What makes it stand out the most is that this movie isn't the type to give you restless jump scares, but it does hold our breath in some its essential scenes. It gives us this kind of disturbing feeling thanks to its visual and the story itself. We will find ourselves getting the same emotional pain and thrill through the whole story, getting stunned by every surprise and puzzle Joko Anwar has left for us in every corner of the frame.
Kok tangan kamu dingin banget?
This movie is bold as it explores themes of faith, doubt, skepticism, and fear of the unknown. Siksa Kubur tells the story of Sita, a young woman who loses faith and grows skeptical after her parents became victims in a bombing. She becomes obsessed with finding the most sinful person she could find, entering their grave to prove that the afterlife and the grave torture after death are not real. However, behind her actions lay terrifying consequences.
Dan saya ingin menyaksikannya.
And as for the rating, this movie has been rated 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb as it received a lot of various feedbacks all over the internet. Some viewed the movie as a true gem, a movie with a fresh perspective, some as a failure of Joko Anwar, and some admit that they're just confused.
Wow, that's cool. Okay, let's talk about visual of this movie. Siksa Kubur is a visually striking movie. The movie is all about combinations of elements building up to create a perfect haunting and creepy vibes, which is beautifully executed but also gives a very uncomfortable atmosphere that gets the audience feeling cramped, breathless, and anxious of what's about to happen on the screen. The key elements supporting the vital creepy vibes are deep shadows, low light settings, and muted color palettes. These combinations creates a sense of isolation, a foreboding, and unease, intensifying a suspense and tension. The movie also frequently employs grotesque visions of the afterlife. The movie is rich in symbolism and metaphor, which adds layers of meaning to the narrative. For example, the recurring motif of the grave symbolizes the ultimate fate of all humanity. One of the strengths of Siksa Kubur lies in the quality of the actors' acting. Reza Rahadian and Faradina Mufti managed to bring complex and nuanced characters to life. Their strong chemistry makes every scene come alive. The presence of senior actors such as Christine Hakim and Slamet Raharjo also contributes significantly. Their experience in acting enriches the story and gives a new dimension to the movie.
Saya bisa melakukan apa saja tanpa merasa bersalah.
We are so impressed with the way Faradina Mufti conveyed the emotions of Sita's characters, and Reza Rahardian also showed his ability to portray complex characters as he has done in his previous movies.
So true, he's my favorite.
Wow, mine too.
Wow, that's some interesting findings on the visual and a really fun talk about the cast. Now, let's move on to Tasya for our review on the story, the main character, and also don't forget the moral messages.
Okay, Tasya, let's get into it.
Thank you guys. Now, let's talk about the story and the main character of this movie. Joko Anwar has delivered a masterpiece with Siksa Kubur. This movie is bold. The charm of it is that this movie approaches religion-themed question many try to stay away from. Question about belief and what ties us to it, and many about the afterlife. That this is what brings the movie to the top, the trending topics during the release of the movie. However, as proved by the reviews on the internet, we previously told you not everyone accepts this in a horror movie. Nevertheless, Joko Anwar stepped up with his crazy idea, projecting his own belief and what he wants the audience to learn by watching this movie. Sita has everything a perfect main character needs to own. She has a backstory, strong motives, and an ending she deserves. Not every ending has to be a happy one. An ending should not only draw smiles or give satisfaction to the characters of the audience, but also add clarity to the whole story, concluded, putting the aim and value of the movie on the spotlight at the end. Sita is portrayed as a skeptic, and the way the movie is from her point of view since the first few minutes of it, where Sita, an innocent, hopeful kid and adult with clear ambition and goals of her own, is so neatly arranged. This movie isn't one with a complicated timeline or a big amount of eccentric characters, but Joko Anwar successfully conducted his own harmony of well-written main character and simple but unexpected plotline. We know many other movies with skeptical main characters, but I don't think no one is humbled the way Sita is. This movie emphasizes how important it is to have a strong faith so that we don't become fanatics to prove what has been destined, such as a Siksa Kubur, because what we need to do is believe in it. Besides that, this movie shows that all our good and bad deeds will have consequences. And the movie also highlights how past trauma can affect a person and the way they view the world.
So, that's all about Siksa Kubur by Joko Anwar. The movie is like a loud wake up call to us personally, right?
Right.
It is a rough reminder for us to reflect on what we believe and how we should act based on that without violating moral values. So, what about you guys? What do you think about this movie? Did you find any interesting stuff we didn't notice throughout the movie? Don't be shy to share it in the comment section below. But remember to be respectful. Others have opinions and beliefs they can prove in their own ways. So, we hope this video helps you in one way or another. Thank you for joining us and
Bye bye.